induction day. So we are on the way to the hospital to officially start the process of meeting our baby girl. We've got a crap ton of stuff. We had to, of course, pick up donuts for this because this is a special occasion. I told Brent, I was like, I need donuts in the morning. He's like, do you want to get them in advance? I'm like, no, I need them in the morning. I tinted my eyebrows for this. I did my nails for this. I changed my hair for this.
We're 15 minutes late because she had to change out the little plug-in sinks in the apartment before we left, before we were gone for 4 days.
Listen,
so it didn't stink for her.
I wanted it to be perfect for when she comes back, okay? This is gonna be the first time she sees the apartment.
They're all gonna be empty and the smell's gonna be gone by then.
No. But yes, so we are on the way to the hospital. I've never seen a vlog of like the induction process, so I figured that it'd be good to do vlogs not only for us to remember and look back on, but for people who have never been induced before. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, just keep on watching. Okay, so we are all fully checked into the hospital. They did my cervical check. Brent is here trying to figure out the lighting situation. They took some blood. They ran me over all the different things and such. But yeah, so basically what we're doing now is waiting on the nurses to get in contact with my OB to see what plan she wanted to go about and move forward with cervical ripening or if we're going to do Pitocin. But they're figuring all of that out, and while they do that, I'm going to scarf down the rest of my donuts before they tell me I can't eat. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but I took a good old nap. I took a nap for a couple hours. They have my monitors on, checking my contractions and checking baby's heart rate. I already started the cervical ripening medicine, so they gave that to me a couple hours ago, so they're going to come in and check me soon and see if I'm dilating, how far I'm dilating, X, Y, and Z. So yeah, basically I've just been snoozing and trying to rest in this time. I do notice an increase in contractions, so I'm intrigued to see if that has any the pain is correlating with growth. But Brent was gonna go move the car, but he couldn't figure out how to get out of this floor, so he came back. So false alarm. I thought that they were coming to do my cervical check, but yeah, so we ordered some food, and so we're waiting on our food to come. I'm still allowed to eat until I hit active labor. We go starting Pitocin. I can eat up until then, so it's nice. The only concern with like eating after is like if anything goes into an emergency situation, they're manually having to push for me, and I can get food into all of my other organs, which could be like a whole other problem, and it's not a good situation. But I don't mind that. I know that there are some people who that's why they choose to do things at like a birthing center or something like that so they can eat. I'm like, I don't know, because if you have an emergency situation, I like to be accessed right here. But yeah, so we're waiting on our food. I'm about to have my cervical check, and we'll see how the cervical ripening is going. And then after they do the check, they'll probably give me another one. My OB said I could have 3. Like the goal was, the total dose is 4, but her plan is only to do 3 before starting Pitocin. So we will see how my cervix is doing. My cervix is deciding to act right or not. But yeah, so I will check back in a little bit later. Okay, so we just got through with a cervical check. I haven't had much change, so we gave me my second dose of medicine, and my food came, So I had some penne and meat sauce. Remember I had linguine and meat sauce. And so yeah, we're just relaxing and waiting for it to do its thing. I have got a good old creme brulee. This is probably the last thing I'm gonna be able to eat because I'm getting towards the end of cervical ripening and they're about to put me on a clear diet. So Brent had already left to go get my creme brulee, so I was like, you better hurry so that I can hurry up and scarf this thing down. But contractions, not for the faint of heart. They definitely don't feel good. If you can see, my contractions have been going absolutely bonkers, like absolutely bonkers. It has been rough, but I've been trying to talk to people to distract myself. So I talked to my grandma, talked to like an array of people, just to like distract myself through the contraction. I'm getting another one while I speak. But basically, we are now, what time is it, honey? 7:35. So we've literally been here for 12 hours exactly. So our new nurse came in because they're switching over to the night nurse. I cannot believe we've already been here for 12 hours. It does not feel like that at all. But yeah, so here in another few hours, they're probably gonna come in and give me a last dose of this Cervidil, I think is what they have me on. And if not that, then they might be starting me on Pitocin. But either way, this is about to get a lot more intense, so buckle up. Okay, it is about 9:30, I think. And sorry, contracting. My contractions have gotten definitely stronger over time. Whenever I first started contracting, they were I was able to nap through them, like whenever I first got my first dose. And now it is getting where it's like, ooh, unbearable. But Brent just brought me a popsicle. Thank you, honey. But we, ooh. What flavor did you get? You got a great popsicle. But yeah, so it is about 9:30. They just gave me my 4th dose of, it's not Cervidil, it's a different cervic ripening medication. Yeah, something. But they gave me my 4th dose. I am so over cervical checks. I hate them. They're miserable. But my cervix still is not doing her thing. She's not fully to a 2. So we're gonna see. Ooh, we're gonna see how this one does. And so at 1 o'clock in the morning, they're gonna check and see how my cervix is doing. And my OB will either decide to start Pitocin or let me rest for the night and then start the process all over again tomorrow. So we shall see on what will happen with little baby girl, but I will keep you guys updated.
Breathe it out, baby. Breathe it out.
Okay, so it is about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we had already done all the Pitocin. My OB had said we were going to wait for the night. They gave me an Ambien. I was going to go to sleep, but 4 o'clock runs around, and my water decided to break. So now these contractions are getting a lot more intense. And we're trying to decide if we're doing the epidural now, if I'm going to wait a little bit more. I'm 3 centimeters dilated, so I made a significant amount of progress in a short amount of time. But we called our doula, so our doula's about to make her way here. I'm so sorry, Brent, because Brent literally had just gotten to rest a little bit, but we will check in a little bit later. We might have a baby tonight. We went through 4 doses of the Cervatec, and I had only dilated about 0.5. And so they were just like, okay, we're gonna let you rest tonight and we'll restart the cervical ripening tomorrow. So basically, they gave me 4 doses of the Cervatec, and my cervix had barely done like 0.5 in as far as centimeter dilation. And so they were like, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and let you rest for the night, and then in the morning we'll check you and we will start cervical ripening again. I was like so discouraged because I just felt like I'd been contracting all day and then not seeing any fruit to my labor, and it was just like really hurting my heart. And so I was like, can I shower please, and everything. So they took me off monitoring. They were going to take me off monitoring for like 4 hours so that I could get some good sleep and not be hooked up to anything, and also just get to shower and just be. So I lay down and I call my dad. I talk to him for a little bit, and then I'm on the phone with my grandmother. And while I'm on the phone with my grandmother, I get the world's worst contraction, and it felt like this little miss stretched out so far. It felt like a big stretch and then a pop. And I was like, ow. And I like turned over on my side and liquid just started coming out. And I was like, well, Granny gotta go. My water just broke. So I get off the phone with her. I wake up Brent and I call the nurse, and they come in and they go ahead and are like, okay, so JK, might need to see what we're doing as far as like, we're not doing cervical ripening anymore or something. But I was out of it because after my water broke, those contractions were out of this world. So painful. I know that we got some time lapse footage of it because it was crazy. I have never been in that much pain in my life. It was making me nauseous, dizzy, just like it was an all-consuming kind of pain. And the contractions that I had earlier definitely were painful, but I could handle them. But these contractions were on a whole another level, a whole other breed. And so when she checked me that time, my cervix had dilated to a 3. So I went from being like 1.5 to 3 in a matter of a couple hours, when I had gone from 1 to 1.5 in like 18, or yeah, in 18. And so they checked me. I made significant progress. I had doubled my progress, and they were like, do you want the epidural? And I was trying to muscle through it. I was like, I want to wait. And they were like, you're literally crying. like I was sobbing. I was literally like, yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Like, to get me through these contractions, I was having Brent read me Psalms 139. Like, I was in some serious pain. And so I was like, okay, I want the epidural. So once I got the epidural, my legs and my contractions just went whoop, like that. So I was like, boom, and that Ambien kicked in. So I knocked out. And so my doula had gotten here. She was doing a lot of like movements with me. Like, her and my nurse would like move me on my side and put the peanut pillow between my legs and like get me at a good angle, all while I was like sleeping. And so I finally wake up, and when I wake up, they're like, okay, we're gonna check you. Like, I see my OB come in when I wake up, and I'm like, oh, hi. And I'm still like kind of delirious because, mind you, they gave me like a sleeping medicine before we knew that my body was gonna be like, JK, want to go into active labor. So my doctor, my OB, comes in and she's like, hello, my friend, like, let me check you, see how you're doing. And whenever they go to check me down there, they're like, that's hair. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, your baby's right there. And she checked me and she was like, you're fully ready. And I was like, huh? Like, I just woke up. Brent's still like half asleep on the couch. And like, we were just like, what in the world? And so they're like, okay, like, we might need to like do some practice pushes. And I was like, huh? And so they helped me get my legs up. And they're like, okay, let's practice a push. When they practice a push, they're like, oh, stop pushing, stop pushing, stop pushing. And we're having a baby. Like, this baby's coming. And I was like, okay. And so they got all their stuff ready. And that's when we started to push. And she was here in about 3 pushes. And she is the most beautiful, sweet little thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. And I'm so grateful to have been going through this incredibly painful experience, but also very grateful to have done it with my husband.
No, from your thighs, from under here. Support her leg. There you go. And push. Harder, harder, harder. Give me all you got, all you got, all you got. Harder, harder, harder. Good job. Take a deep breath and get right back to it. Good job. Push, 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 push. Good job.
You're doing so good, baby.
Now
You're
take
doing
a
so
breath
good.
Again, and get right back to it. Give it all you got. Go push like you're pooping. Good job. Good
Got it,
job.
baby. Got it. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, yes. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job.
Babe, that's it. She's out.
Happy birthday, my friend. She's here. There you go.
Hi, little baby.
Good job.
Thank
you have a
you.
baby girl. I'm Shelly. I'm going to be taking care of your baby. Sorry I didn't make it in time.
Hi. Here, mommy and daddy.
Burr. Burr.
Oh no, that was cold. I didn't like when it was cold either.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Hello.
Oh, I got one right here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to put a little hat on his head. Get her out of this wet blanket.
No.
So sweet.
Vagina.
You see her hair? We're covered up. I'm just going to put a hat on her. We'll get her skin to skin with you, Mama.
I know, he's done being bothered. Okay, so long time no check-in, but I had my baby and she is absolutely beautiful, and I will be showing, you know, her name at the end and like a good little video clip of her. But we have just been, you know, relaxing and getting used to being parents, which is no easy feat because we're breastfeeding, and so we have been, you know, just spending time with this little human and getting to know her, and also healing because I did, you know, my body just went through trauma. So I just wanted to close out this video and say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this journey of getting little Miss here, and stay tuned for the end to find out her name. But make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye. So I was like so